The small town of Kandarpur woke up every morning to the sound of bells and bicycle horns. Children in clean uniforms ran to school, all except one boy. Ravi, 12 years old, didn't have a uniform. He wore the same faded shirt every day, and his shoes, once white, were now more holes than fabric. He lived with his mother, Kamla, who worked as a cleaner in the local school. Every night she'd come home exhausted, hands cracked from soap and cold water, yet she'd still smile and ask, greater than, Kana Kha Leah, Ravi, did you eat? Ravi. Ravi would always answer, greater than, not yet, Ma, you eat first. They had little, but they had love. One day, while cleaning the sports field, Ravi saw the older boys training for a race. Their speed amazed him, but what amazed him more was the sound of their shoes hitting the ground. Thump thump thump. He tried running barefoot after they left. The dirt flew behind him, the wind slapped his face, and for the first time, he felt free. Kaka, the fruit seller by the track, laughed. Greater than, are you planning to fly, little one? Ravi smiled, panting. Greater than, one day, Kaka, I'll run so fast I'll catch the wind. Kaka saw something in his eyes, the same fire he once had as a young athlete. From that day, Kaka began to secretly train Ravi every morning before sunrise. Every morning at 4 a.m. when the town slept, the two met at the dusty field. Ravi ran. Kaka timed him with an old broken stopwatch. Some days, Ravi's feet bled. Some days, his stomach growled louder than his breath. But every time he wanted to stop, he remembered his mother's words. Greater than, Ravi, hum garib hain, lekin sapni amir rako. We are poor, but our dreams should be rich. One night, as they sat by the field, Kaka asked, greater than, why do you want to run so badly, Beta? Ravi looked up at the stars. Greater than, because running makes me forget I'm poor. Months passed. The school announced the district athletics championship. The winner would get a scholarship, a gold medal, and a brand new pair of sports shoes. It was Ravi's only chance, but he didn't even have proper shoes. On the race day, the sun burned hot over the field. Crowds cheered, cameras flashed, and Ravi stood barefoot at the starting line, holding his torn shoes in his hand. The referee frowned. Greater than, you can't run without proper shoes, boy. Ravi just smiled. Greater than, sir, these shoes carried my dreams this far. They'll take me a little further. The crowd laughed. The other runners smirked. One of them whispered, greater than, don't trip on your dreams, poor boy. The whistle blew. Ravi ran. He ran as if every tear, every hunger, every insult was pushing him forward. The track was hot. The stones cut his feet, but he didn't stop. Halfway through the race, his shoe tore completely, hanging off his foot. He kicked it away and kept running barefoot. The crowd gasped. Kaka shouted from the stands, greater than, go, Ravi, go like the wind. And he did. He ran with everything he had, not for medals, but for his mother, for his hunger, for his dignity. When he crossed the finish line, no one believed it. Ravi had won. Dash. As he stood on the podium, bleeding feet and trembling hands, a tear rolled down his cheek. The announcer said, greater than, the winner, with record time, Ravi from Kandarpur. The crowd roared. The judge handed him a shining pair of brand new running shoes. Ravi didn't wear them. He walked off the stage, went to Kaka, and placed them in his lap. Greater than, you said I didn't need shoes to win, Kaka. You were right. Kaka, with trembling hands, lifted the shoes and said, greater than, now wear them, Beta. You've earned them, not for your feet, but for your faith. Years passed. Ravi's name appeared in newspapers. He won state, then national championships. He was called the barefoot runner. But fame never changed him. He still visited Kaka every Sunday. He still lived simply. One day, while visiting his old village, he saw kids running barefoot on the same track where he once bled. He smiled, and that night, an idea was born. With the money he earned, Ravi started an academy for poor children, the Broken Shoe Foundation. Every child there got free shoes, free food, and one golden rule. Greater than, never give up, no matter how broken your path looks. On the academy's wall, inside a glass frame, hung his torn shoe, the same one that carried his dreams through the dirt. Below it was written in bold letters, greater than, these shoes lost their soul but found a purpose. Years later, when Ravi won a Lifetime Achievement Award, the host asked, greater than, what do you think made you a champion? Ravi smiled and said, greater than, pain. The pain of hunger, the pain of bleeding feet, the pain of being laughed at. That pain taught me how to run, not from life, but towards it. As he stepped off the stage, he looked at the crowd and whispered, greater than, thank you, Ma. Thank you, Kaka. This is your victory. The audience gave him a standing ovation, because they weren't clapping for a champion. They were clapping for a fighter who turned pain into purpose. Greater than, you don't need riches to start. You need reasons. Every scar is proof that you didn't quit. Run, not to win, but to prove you can keep going. Man